Mother told me, son, you'd better dance while you've got the chance and have the talent. But I would rather sit and play with toys and hang out with the boys and start some trouble. So she dragged me away, all the while trying to say, son, there'll be time for all that, you better start dancing. Time after time we are standing in line and we're making the most of each rhyme. I'm happy to see that you're waltzing with me and we're dancing in 6 and 8 time. Now I found a reason I should dance. There would be romance around the corner. 10 years later we would be as one. Different kind of fun, but one that's lasting. Working mortgage and kids, wouldn't change it for quids. Only wish there was more time to go dancing. Time after time we are standing in line and we're making the most of each rhyme. I'm happy to see that you're waltzing with me and we're dancing in 6 and 8 time. Now we're older, time is moving on, like a different song you don't remember. But I know one thing that will never fade. The memories we made will last forever. And my mother was right, and to my delight, now I can pass on her words to the next generation. Time after time we are standing in line and we're making the most of each rhyme. I'm happy to see that you're waltzing with me and we're dancing in 6 and 8 time. Yes, time after time we are standing in line and we're making the most of each rhyme. I'm happy to see that you're waltzing with me and we're dancing in 6 and 8 time. Yes, we're dancing in 6 and 8 time. We're dancing in 6 and 8 time. Yes, we're dancing in 6 and 8 time. 6 and 8 time. Hello, everybody. Greetings from a from a cold, wet Adelaide, from a cold, wet Connecticut. Seems to be that time of the year that everyone's cold and wet wherever you are. But I hope you're doing well. Thank you, Jamie Mallender is here as well. We got Thomas Christ in the building. We got the one and only Dr. Zorders dropping on by for a bit of late night happy hour goodness. Times 2. There's a bear in there. There is a 6 and 8. Thank you, Hairbrush Microphone. Thank you, Deep Gravity. Hello to you, Cam. Tom and Co., one of my wonderful patrons. I appreciate you being here. Kim, Harden, Hudson, anyone who I've missed by scrolling around there, g'day. Say hello. Hope you're doing well. Grab yourself a beverage of your choice. Yeah, very dry in Arizona. I can imagine that Arizona's not going to be the wettest place. It's like the desert, right? Yeah. Yeah. A bit like Nevada. It's a desert. I'm surprised they haven't built casinos there and pump in water and try and turn it into an oasis. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. This is we're going to play some songs here, some B-sides, but I'm also going to play all 6 tunes from my 2020 EP called Own Battle. If you do want to check that one out, drink. You can head over to petejohns.com. That'll take you straight to my artist page on Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you listen to good music and my music. And yeah, you can check it out. So thank you for that. And yeah, if you do want to donate, you know what? I'm not going to stop you. But as we say every single week, your donations are always appreciated and never expected, because the best donation you can give me is to hang out here, hit the thumbs up button to say that you're digging the fun times here, and just share the song as well. Share the stream. Sharing is caring, and Sharon is Karen. We say that a lot too. Let's kick into our next song. And I said there'd be B-sides, and there will be B-sides. And this is so far a B-side that it was actually written way back when I was in a band by the name of Scarpa in the mid to late 90s. And one of the first songs we ever recorded was a little ditty about frogs. Yeah, I've always had this weird fetish with writing songs about how animals have things easier than I do. So 20 years before goats, there were frogs. And it goes a little something like this. 2, 3, 4. You have done nothing much here in life I can't touch. When I feel my hands are full, you have done nothing much at all. How can I feel you when my hands are full? Someone else's sympathy. Kind of funny when I think of frogs. They got it easier than me. It is strange, you feel good, my hands are full of you. I want your deepest thanks, being true, feeling you. How can I feel you when my hands are full? Someone else's sympathy. Kind of funny when I think of frogs. They got it easier than me. A little frog action. My daughter at the moment has this obsession with frogs to the point where she's just designed herself her own t-shirt or hoodie. I can't remember what she wants to do, which is a frog design. She wants to be a frog, I think, when she grows up. Aspirations, people, they're important. Cheers. I'm going to have a beverage here. This is the Furphy today. Furphy is like a term here we use in Australia. I'm not sure if they use it elsewhere. It basically means a lie. So, like telling a lie. But, you know, a bit of furphy, it's like those tall tales. It's not like a out and out, like, destructive lie. It's just more like a tall tale. Cheers, everybody. Ah, yes. Mum and Dad would have heard the full band version of that one blasting out from the back room at our old house here in Adelaide many, many times. And, in the very few gigs that Scarpa played, we definitely played Frogs almost every time. Hello, R times 2 if I didn't say g'day to you. Desolate Morning is here. G'day to you. Yeah, get the frogs going on. Good old frog. Hello to, who else did I miss there? America Noir, thank you for being here. Mary, Sarah, music checking on in. Yeah, a bit of Scarpa. Getting the B-side, buzzy B-sides going on. All right, so we're interleaving here. We're doing one B-side and then one song from the EP. That way we're going to get our full quota of about 12 songs by the time we get to the end of the show. Because an EP is short. It's only 20 minutes. So this one is from the EP, and I'll put it down here. I'll tell you a bit about this. I've mentioned this before, but for those that are new to the channel or new to my music, I wrote this one in around January of 2020. And if you know anything about the year 2020, especially around January, Australia was on fire. Yeah, we had massive bushfires going on. And I wrote this song about how this was going to be the biggest disaster. And I thought, yeah, this is my song as a tribute to the big disaster of 2020. Yeah, I'll know how that went. But it's still fitting because it's all about how... as much as we like to think we control things as humans, Mother Nature is always there, ready to kick our ass and slap us in the butt. So this is a song called Imagination. Sometimes I sit around and wonder how it is I got here and if I'm going under. All the complications of my life, all the times when I couldn't reach the knife. In my back to the days when I was a little kid, always worried about the things I never did. Always thinking about the next big problem, even when it's someone else that's on the hook me in, line and sinker. Ever wonder what it's like to be an overthinker, tinker with all my little thoughts? Maybe it was just the way that I was taught to just believe that I was right. When I lay in bed at night, the thoughts still going round and round and round and round in my head. Don't always believe the things in your head. Sometimes it's just imagination's warring. Everything is burning. Kind of surprised that the world keeps turning. Mother Nature is kicking our ass and never seem to learn the lessons of our past. Instead of happiness, we're chasing money. And I think that's kind of funny. Not hard to use an indicator to tell us your direction or even estimate the way. Some haters are really just trying to help us appreciate the finer points to the ones who are keeping score. I think I'm about 40 love down. Up in my head just one more time. Never seem to find a way to unwinding up and never winding down. Down in the park like a clown. James Brown. Don't always believe the things in your head. Sometimes it's just imagination. 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 Don't always believe the things in your head. Sometimes it's just imagination. Yeah, that's something that I've had to learn over time, and I've been. I think I mentioned it last week. I've been reading a book lately called "Un-F Your Brain." I won't swear yet. There is a swear word in the next song, but it's more well timed. And yeah, and it talks about the fact that we tend to trust our brain, which has all these weird chemicals and all these weird fight and flight mechanisms and stuff going on, and we don't trust our gut. And sometimes your gut can steer you a lot better in life than that pesky brain sitting up there taking up space. In my opinion, in my experience. Because again, that's something that I believe in. All right, Dwight Bailey, g'day to you, Dwight. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Dwight, I think you're going to be on Jade's channel next week, aren't you? That's very cool. Look forward to seeing that interview. Is there anyone else that I have missed? I don't believe so. But if you are here and you haven't said g'day, say hello. Because the folks here are friendly. The natives that we have here are friendly. All right, we're going to go back to Scarpa Days, another deep cut B-side here. This is probably the most popular song that Scarpa ever had. To the point where, my wife, I gave my wife when we were courting back in the day, my demo tape of Scarpa, and she was listening. And then I remember she came to a rehearsal the first time I was playing, and she was like singing along. And I'm like, how does she know this song? That's amazing. So this one's a bit of an earworm. It's got, I like writing hooks, and I like writing things that that people can sing along to. And there's a bit of a sing along jam. It is called Sober. I heard a little voice inside my head, but now I'm sober. It said these things to me. I got my beer for free, but now it's over. I had a binge, it made me cringe. And now I'm feeling kinda sober. I had a drink or two. I met a girl named Sue and she was sober. We went out for a day. She thought I was gay. She said it's over. I had a binge. It made me cringe, and now I'm feeling kinda sober. Oh, whoa, oh, 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 oh. I heard a little voice inside my head, it talked to me, told me not to binge, and now I'm drinking socially, I'm sober. It told me to smoke dope. Now I don't have a hope, at least I'm sober. I burnt my fringe, my hair was singed, and now my life is really fun. Sober. There you go. Sober. I heard a little voice inside my head. It talked to me. It told me not to binge. Now I'm drinking socially. I'm sober. That's about the speed of the original. I slow it down for the acoustic. Whoever I said good day to that's here, I think I saw some other folks. Joe Glenn. And when Joe's around, Barry's probably in tow somewhere or maybe out working. Angela, hello to you. Thank you for dropping on by. Anyone else that I've missed, thank you. Yes, 10-4, cool. So yes, you are on Jay's channel. That'll be cool to hear. Dwight is quite the guitarist, and I hear has quite the collection of guitars. Hopefully we'll get to explore that collection when Jade interviews you. Very cool stuff. So we're just ticking along here. Hope you're having some fun. You can hit the thumbs up button if you are. And as we say, if you want to check out the music, you can go to petejohns.com. If you want to make a donation, you can do that via PayPal or right here in a super chat. But remember, the lights will stay on. Don't worry. You don't have to keep the lights on. The best thing you can do is just hang out here and have some fun and enjoy the tunes. And speaking of enjoying tunes, this is one of my favorite songs to play. It's a bit of an upbeat kind of jam. And it's about the sort of people that you meet in the world who don't take responsibility. I'm a big one for accountability and responsibility. I'm like, I don't care what your opinions are or what you do or how you go about your life, as long as you take accountability and as long as you're responsible for your own actions. And there's some people out there, however, who, no matter what they do, they're somehow never to blame. And I wrote this song just for them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I crossed the road and never even looked one way. I always seem to know the perfect thing to say, and I don't even wave at other cars when I pass by. Don't have the time, you know I'm such a special guy, and all my friends are telling me that I should be ashamed, but I'm not even listening, 'cause I'm never to blame. I spend a fortune, but I never pay the tab. I just don't give a shit when I make other people mad, and I throw my fellow humans under buses when I can. It's doggy dog out there, so why not man-eat man? And all my friends are telling me that I might be insane, but I'm not even listening, 'cause I'm never to blame. And people tell me that I'm such a selfish little man, but they're just jealous of the way I get just what I want, and everyone is saying I'll regret it in the end. They keep saying come and catching up with you, my friend, and I don't hear it when they lie at me and tell me you're so vain. Might take two to tango, baby, but I'm never to blame. To blame. Never to blame. Why take ownership? Why have standards when you can have double standards? Why take ownership when you can give someone else the blame? Cheers. All right. Who else? I think I saw Did I see Bleeding Red Beats bleed their way in here? I think so. Barry Glenn's here. G'day, Barry. Hope you're doing well. I missed clicking on your button there. But hello, if I've missed you, Dan Ekberg. All right, Dan Ekberg in the house. Dan Ekberg's a man who accepts responsibility for his own actions. I'm 100% sure of that. He's a cool guy. All right, let's jump into another tune here. All right, this is going to be experimental. Who's ready for an experiment? Hands up if you are ready to hear something new and experimental. Because I found this song. This was one of my original GarageBand songs. I found it. I'd completely forgotten the melody or anything that I used for it, and I couldn't find the project that I put it in. So I looked at the words, I looked at the chords that I put down there, and I thought I'm just going to create something new out of this, because I liked the lyrics and I liked the chords, and I thought let's just put them all together and see what we got. So This is a tune called Not Much Happening, and I've never played it before, and you've probably never heard it. So let's give it a go, shall we? 2, 3. Sometimes the grass feels greener, and sometimes it's greener on the other side, but you just won't know if you just don't go. And that's fine with me, 'cause everybody has their own special way of thinking they got the best of everything. So I'm just happy to keep our little secret safe, 'cause things are the same, they'll always be the same, and we're sorry you came, 'cause there's not much happening, not much happening. But you and me know, we just don't want to show, so everywhere you go, there's not much happening. I'm walking the streets of my city and I look around and think it's such a pity, but I don't really know how to rhyme. But it's okay, 'cause I got a lot of time to think about the people that judge us and tell us we're living on the short bus. I think it's something I just can't put my finger on. 'Cause things are the same, they'll always be the same, and this place is really lame, 'cause there's not much happening, not much happening. But you and me know, we just don't want to show, so everywhere you go, there's not much happening. All the people say, you don't need to go today, and that's okay, 'cause there's not much happening, not much happening. And everyone who's here, raise another beer as they disappear. 'Cause there's not much happening. Not much happening. Not much happening. Not much happening. There you go. Not much happening. A different song, one that I've never played before, and just kinda put that together. Bleeding Red Beat says this sounds like our city. So this is my love letter to Adelaide, actually. So I wrote this at a time where I was getting a bit pissed off because people in the eastern states, I used to work for a company and I was basically the only one in my entire team. And I'm talking a team of like 100 people that lived in Adelaide at one point. And everyone else was in Melbourne, like most of them. About 90% were in Melbourne. And Melbourne and Sydney people, I love you to death, but geez, do you look down on Adelaide in a hard way? So I wrote this as a bit of a love letter to Adelaide to say, there's not much happening here. Don't look here. We're not having fun. This isn't a cool city. Yep, you stay over there and just keep thinking that it sucks here because there's not much happening. Because that was the old thing. Like, what's the time zone in Adelaide? You go 30 minutes and 20 years back. That's how you work out the time in Adelaide. Ba-dum. Cheers, everybody. All right. All right. Back to the EP. Let's go and play this one. That is this one. I think I played it a few weeks back, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago. This is where I get to do a little finger style guitar here. So the guitar has to come up. I remember where it was beforehand, so I can put it back down. Otherwise, I'll blast you on the next one. But this is a song that is a tribute to so those who are the helpers of the people, and whether people are suffering, mental illness or addiction or other things. Yeah, it's really tough to be the person suffering, but you know what? It's also tough to be the person that's sitting there watching, trying to help and seeing things taking place. So I wrote this song. It's called "Wasting Time," and it's a tribute to those that are helping people that are struggling in life. So let's give this one a go. Smell of frustration, sound of your voice, the feeling I've been here before. If silence is golden, why are you loud? Don't take all of my time. I don't have much left for you, so don't take all of my time. I don't have much of it left for you. I know that you're hurting, I hear what you say. We've been down this road, you threw it away. Time to consider others hurt too. Don't take all of my time. I don't have much left for you, so don't take all of my time. I don't have much of it left for you. Say you're trying this time, things will be different, you'll see. But I've heard this all before, actions speak louder to me. So don't spend all of your time thinking of what you did wrong. And don't just throw in the towel. You'll find a way to belong. And don't waste all of your time thinking of what happens now. Just live one day at a time. That's all the time will allow. For you, for you, for you, for you. Little tribute there for the folks who try to help folks out there in the world. You're all good people, and it's a tough thing. It's a hard thing to do, and yeah, I appreciate you. So that was Wasting Time. So we've played 4 of the 6 songs from the EP. We've played a few random ones there as well along the way, and we're going to continue with the randomness. While we're in a bit of a somber mood, I figured I'll do a double somber here, and then we'll kind of try and bring it home with a little bit more happiness as we get through. Because again, EPs are pretty short, so we've got some time to play some things. But this is this is another song that I wrote recently, and I haven't released it. I haven't done much with it. And this is a tribute to the opposite of the people I just talked about. They're the folks that I appreciate and think are doing great things. Then there's what I call the 1%. And, there's all the stats in the world about, the 1% control 80% of the wealth, the 1% control 80% of the power, all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, this is my middle finger to the 1%. So I'm sure it's none of you, so you don't have to worry. But this is called 1%. 2, 3, 4. When you open your eyes up to the sky above and see the world, there is nothing that you can do but close your eyes again. 'Cause you don't like what you're seeing, and you don't like what it means, and you don't want to believe it. 'Cause you're part of the 1%. When you open your mind up to the evidence you don't believe, there is nothing that you can do but close your mind again. 'Cause you don't want to admit it, that you don't know what to do, and you don't have all the answers, 'cause you're part of the 1%. When you open your heart up to the people who need your help, there is nothing that you can do but turn and walk away. 'Cause you don't care, what can you do? And it's their fault anyway. And you just don't understand it, 'cause you're part of the 1%. Party on, my 99%. Trust me, it's not about you. It's about others. And thank you very much to the wonderful Mary Sarah Music, and to the equally wonderful Christopher Rossi. It is because of folks like you two that I get to do this dumb joke every week, and I turn the lights out and I say, it's you that help keep the lights on here at Studio Live Today Studios. And then I press the wrong button to turn it back on. Oh, man. Yeah, so I know that's a bit of a sort of sad, downer kind of song. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun to poke fun sometimes, and yeah, sometimes you got to get a little bit more serious with things. Speaking of serious, I'm going to play another bit of a B-side here, because this is one of my more recent singles, and while we're in a somber mood, this one's a little bit more intense, but a bit more fun, more fictional. I thought we'd get a bit of fictional stuff going on here. We've gotten a bit too real, and we need to take it back a bit of a notch. And I'm going to play this song. This is a song about violence, but it's violence against clocks, and it's a little ditty called Murdering Time. Only sense is the darkness, only feeling the pain, only time is behind me, I don't have nothing to gain, the end of my tether, and only one thing to do, I'm murdering time, murdering time, to save myself and others from the thoughts in my mind. Murdering time, murdering time, so I don't end up taking a life. I'm murdering time. I dream of someday when all my thoughts return to me, till then I won't stray, for I can't trust myself at all. These thoughts in my head, they spin around like carousels. I may be violent, but I just keep it to myself. When you start a song in the wrong key, and then you can't work out where the melody is, and then you, yeah, that's what you end up with there. Thank you, thank you for bearing with me on that one, folks. That was a bit rough, but hey, sometimes you find a cool new way to make a song, and maybe I will change it up and play it in G instead of A or whatever I play it in. Oh, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. Bleeding Red Beats. Could you murder daylight saving time? I know, right? End the clock torture, right? It's a pain in the butt. Thank you, Bleeding Red Beats, and thank you, Doctor. Hang on. Thank you, Doctor's Orders. Yeah, exactly, Christopher Rossi. Live music, you just adapt. You just go for it and give it a crack. Because you know why? You adapt. You just, because we're all just, because we're all just this. This is why you need to just go with the flow. Because we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. Yes, we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. Nobody's knowing all they can. Not everything will go to plan. You might be set up, or you might get fed up, or maybe just need a helping hand. Because we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. Yes, we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. We all have doubt, things to know and learn about, but we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. When everything just feels so hard, you need to strive and you'll go far. It's hard to grow up, but if you show up, you'll shine and they'll see what you are. Because we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. Yes, we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. With what we know, and we'll have time, room to grow, that we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. The shame and pain you feel inside, perfectionist, is why you hide. Trust in yourself and you will see you're not alone. Why? Because we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. Yes, we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. With what we know, we all have time, room to grow, cause we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. 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 Oh, see? When I just spontaneously go into a song that I haven't rehearsed for like a month, it comes out better than the one that I practiced before the show. Cheers. Yes, thank you. Different styles. Yes, it is my Songtember song. So you can, in fact, if you go back to September here on the channel, you can see every painful moment, no, every challenge, every setback, every time we succeeded and failed creating that song. It was super fun. And the cool thing is that folks like Thomas Christ, like Kim Harden Hudson, like many Doctor's Orders, like many of the folks here, Joe Glenn and Barry Glenn, they all participated and played some backing vocals. So yeah, there's that big final chorus has a big choir that we employed. And when I say employed, I didn't pay them anything. But I gave them a big shout out on the channel, and they're all very cool people. Yeah, so don't worry, folks. Once I make my $1.23 in the next year from streaming royalties, then I'll chip it all up, and I'll send 8 cents your way. How about that? Excuse me. All right, let's go back onto track, because we went a little bit haywire there, which is always fun. You just got to experiment with stuff. All right, back to the EP, because we've got 15 minutes left, and we've got 2 songs left on the EP to play, and this one's a fun one, and it's about society. You know what? I spend a lot of time reflecting upon society, and especially the kiddies these days that are on the Instagrams and the TikToks, and why they spend all this time, and they seem to be a bit blind to what's actually going on. Sorry, I'll stop doing the voice now. So I wrote this song about, and it's based on a George Costanza quote. Seinfeld fans? Any Seinfeld fans in the house? Yeah, it hasn't dated well, but it used to be a good show. But yeah, George would have things like, trying to have a society here. And I'm like, oh, I've got to write a song called We're Trying to Have a Society Here. And I wrote this one. It's called What's the Matter with People Today? We're Trying to Have a Society Here. Long title. 2, 3, 4. What's the matter with people these days? Trying to be something more, worrying more about what people say than who they can do something for. They're trying to have a society here, but they only care about how they appear. What's the matter with people these days? They don't seem to do what they feel. They're busy complaining about their dead-end job and missing out on what is real. Just quit. We're trying to have a society here, but they only care about outward veneer to make other people think they've got it made, while everyone knows they're just trying to get laid. What's the matter with people these days? Don't seem to care what is right. They're making excuses and passing the blame. So let's make a toast, share one more post for the strangers that don't even care. There you go. Yes. Thank you, Bleeding Red Beats. It's it's a shame because I see people, and again, that last line is what resonates with me the most, because the amount of people I see sharing things online to impress people that they don't even care about. Oh my God. Like the whole thing with flex culture where people are flexing on, oh man, I'm going to take my photo in front of a rented Lambo or a private jet that I just snuck into the airport so that I can look cool in front of people and make people think I'm a success. Who cares? No one cares about you or what you're driving. But maybe I'm the dickhead. maybe I've just lost touch with reality, and what I think reality is actually not. Anyway, cheers. Yeah, right. It is exhausting, and I'm trying to I'm trying to impart that upon my children, to say that that's not actually cool. That doesn't define a good person, like their bank balance or how much stuff they have. In fact, it defines. It's exact opposite. The people that you think are doing well and that are good people because they are driving around in an orange Lambo, they're actually giant dicks. Generally. I'm gonna I haven't played this one for a while, and I should have asked Georgie to come in and play on this song because she does the vocal better than I do on this one, way. So the original version. Oh, by the way, someone was asking there about my music. Yeah, so if you go to petejohns.com, who was it that was asking about that? Different styles. Yeah, just go petejohns.com. That will take you. In fact, I'll show you. This is the how to buy Pete Johns music edition of the show. But if you just go to petejohns.com, I'll show you where it takes you, because it's pretty cool. Oh, why is it not working? That's good. Refuse to connect. What's going on with that business? Maybe I won't show you where it is. Maybe it's not working. Oh no, there it is. Okay. Phew. I was like, what did I do wrong there? Why did that not work? All right, so if I share my screen here, if you go to petejohns.com and you want to support me and check out my tunes, jump on over here. Come on, mouse. There we go. All right. So what you can do, if you go to petejohns.com, all you need to do is click on one of these and it will take you straight to my artist page. So whether you're on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Tidal, Amazon, SoundCloud, YouTube Music, wherever you like to go, you can do that. So if you want to follow me on Spotify, just click the Spotify link and it will take you straight over to my artist page right here on Spotify. And there you go. There's that song we just played, Work in Progress. Oh, hold on. I should have played that one. No, we'll wait till we play the what is it? My other EP. Maybe we'll do that probably next week. We'll probably play Maybe. Probably, maybe, definitely, maybe, probably. All right, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play a tune here now. That is one that I recorded, and my wife did amazing vocals on this one, especially in the choruses. But I'm gonna give it a crack by myself anyway. It's a little ditty that I wrote, a spy song. Like if James Bond were existing in, or any generic, no copyright infringement, any generic spy character existed in the times of the C word, how would things be for that character? And that is what we're going to explore in this song. It's called Spy from a Distance. It's getting much harder answering the call. A new kind of normal is affecting us all. We are in absolute lockdown. Can't even go to the store to buy some cyanide capsules or even knock on their door. And I must work from home. Spy from a distance, observing social distancing rules, relying on remote access software to make the world safe. You spy from a distance, staying home to help others live, thwarting my enemy's plans while I flatten the curve. I will spy from a distance. How can I bring justice? Don't think I can last. Hard to recognize villains when they're wearing a mask. Getting low on essentials, toilet paper's in drought. Hard to talk to a bad guy when your Zoom crashes out. Stay at home all alone and spy from a distance, observing social distancing rules, ordering my gadgets on eBay and Amazon Prime. I will spy from a distance, panic buying cleaning supplies, teaching my kids their times tables while saving the world. I will spy from a distance, from a distance. A fun little ditty about spying from a distance. And it's called, funnily enough, Spy from a Distance. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out here. We've got a couple of tunes left to play here, but I do want to say a big thank you for all of your support. Whenever I play these songs, especially this album, so this EP in particular. So this EP came about from kind of all the songs that I wrote over the last sort of 3 to 4 years that didn't make it to anything. So yeah, it's a bit of a like collection of B-sides, but it kind of, the reason it's called Own Battle is that a lot of these things, even though they're not really my own battle, they're my own battle in terms of my relationship with the world and what I thought about at the time. And all of the experiences I have, people are like, oh my God, are all these songs you write autobiographical? I'm like, no, it's okay. If everything that you heard on the in this EP was all about me, I'd be a significantly messed up individual, a little bit more so than I actually am. So yeah, it's not anything to worry about. The next song that I'm going to play for you, I'll play you the acoustic version, but to be honest, it loses a little bit playing it acoustically because the wonderful Dan Baker, who is an amazing and talented musician, he plays the bass, the keyboard, the guitar, the violin, he sings, he's a YouTube creator with 30,000 subscribers. He just does everything. When I grow up, I want to be Dan Baker. He played violin on this song, and he did a phenomenal job, and it really does make the song. I kind of did this whole EP just so I had an excuse to put the song Things Change on a release, which I did. So I do recommend, I'll play you a little snippet after I play this of his violin, just because I think you have to hear it because it's amazing stuff. But this is my non-violin version. Now that I've built it up, you're going to be like, oh man, this could really use some violin. But yeah, we're going to jump in and play this song. It is called Things Change. It's a common misconception. It's a thing that many fear, that the comfort that we have right now is going to disappear. The only thing that stays the same is that things will change, and you can choose to kick and scream, but things will change. It's a hope of kings and peasants too. It's a dream of weak and brave. It's a fear as big as speaking out, and a fact that never fades. The only thing that stays the same is that things will change, and you can choose to kick and scream, but things will change. So what is to be done of it? Everything we know and love is changing every day. The only thing that doesn't change is that things will change. And you can choose to kick and scream, but things will change. The only thing that doesn't change is that things will change. And you can choose to kick and scream, but things will change. Yes, things will change. Things will change. And many people, when I first released that song, many folks are like, oh, that's a bit of a downer. You're right. Yeah, why has everything got to change? But I actually think it's a positive thing. I think that once you accept that things will change and that we're not going backwards, we're going forwards, it's actually a positive thing. Like, really, reverse, backwards, like regression versus progress and progression. Isn't it better to progress than to regress? I think so. Anyway, I'm out of beer. So before we play our last tune, I'm going to have a refresh. But I did promise you a little sneak of I'm going to have a little rest here. Yes, it is. It's 12:30 p.m. in Adelaide. Hello, Boomer Base Mean. 6 p.m. in Boomerland. Gortium85. Hello to you as well. Who else haven't I said g'day to? I thought I saw a different name. Tristan Green. Hello. Is it 5 a.m.? No, it's just it's 12:30 for me. Nearly 12:30. All right. Let's give you a quick squiz at the version, and you can actually go and find, if you search Dan Baker's videos, you can go and find where he actually recorded these. In fact, let me see if I can find that real quick as I open a beer. Classy. Nothing but class around here. Yeah, we're going over time, but what else is new, right? I'll just find this one. So it was Mr. Dan Baker, and you can see a little bit of how he actually recorded this. Here it is. Look, Dan Baker, an international recording session. This one here, an intercontinental recording session. So I'll copy this and I'll throw it here in the chat for those that are here live if you want to go and watch this video. But this is the awesome Dan Baker here. Check him out.
I'm just going to put a little bit over the intro. So I'm just going to select instrument.
He records his violin.
And I'm going to go
over
to
the song.
Fun and clean. I just want everything to be recorded
Let's just
with nothing
hear his
at the
recording
moment.
here.
And then Pete. Okay. I tend to accentuate. I don't know why. Dun, 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 ding, ding.
Just want to find it.
It's a dream of weekend brave. It's a fear as big as speaking out, and a fact that never...
How cool is that? So yeah, go and check out Dan Baker, and he literally recorded the violin part that's in the final version just using the iPad built-in mic, which I think is just ridiculous. So take a listen to how it came out in the final version, which you can check out here. I'll copy a link to this one as well. And yeah, it was Chris Rossi actually. Yeah, the follow-up video where I mix it. So Chris Rossi actually reminded me of this whole process, and I found the videos and shared them with Chris, and then it reminded me of all this stuff that went on. So this is the final version that ended up in the mix, and even the intro here, I'll just play a little bit of it. It sounds freaking amazing.
It's a common misconception.
How good is that? And like towards the end here, where we have all the violins in the chorus, like he has like 3 or 4 parts of violins. It's amazing. We'll go to this last part.
If things will change, and you can choose to kick and scream, but things will change. Yes, things will change.
Like this ending with just that like that violin chord. Come on now, Dan Baker. And the cool thing is, if you're into your GarageBand stuff, Dan Baker and Patrick from the GarageBand Guide are my special guests tomorrow on GarageBand Weekly. So you can chat. You can go and ask Dan questions about GarageBand recording and all of his awesomeness. So yeah, don't forget that one. That's happening early morning my time. So I think it's something like 12 p.m. LA time, 3 p.m. New York, 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean for the London folks. So yeah, don't miss out on that opportunity to chat with Dan and Patrick. And it's it's our 100th episode of GarageBand Weekly. All right. I'm going to leave you with this one. This is a bit of a bop. This one I wrote a long time ago. One of the first songs that I ever recorded. In fact, here's a little dirty little secret. This one was actually recorded in Reaper on my PC. So I didn't even record this one in GarageBand. I know, it was so long ago that I was still dabbling on the PC. Not so anymore. And this is just, I wanted to end off after all the like deep and meaningful stuff here. This is just about why you should be cool. And it's a song called Be Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there's just one thing you should know about me, and it's that I don't like people who don't like people too much. And some may say that it's really okay. Maybe some folks are just born that way. But every choice and decision we make is an opportunity to make a difference to someone. And whether that someone is someone you love or just a perfect stranger on the side of the road. Be cool to everybody you know. Be cool to everybody in the world. Be cool, 'cause someday you could need a helping hand. So be cool. Well, some people appear to be living in fear of the color of your skin or the people that you hang with. And people may say it's your choice to be gay, or you're living on the street 'cause you lack motivation. But if we all could just live and let live, and remember that our friends have a right to be different. Instead of this hate, we could just celebrate that we're living in a world where we all have a choice. Be cool to everybody you know. Be cool to everybody in the world. Be cool, 'cause someday you could need a helping hand. So be cool to everybody you know. To everybody in the world. 'Cause one day you could need a helping hand. So be cool. Cool like Fonzie. Be cool. Are you cool? Oh yeah. Be cool. Be cool, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Feel free to say your farewells, because I'll hang out here. I'll sit here and drink beer for about 1 minute while I say goodbye to all of the cool people that have dropped on in by. Bear, where are we? Bear says, Barry, I used to play viola, but my tremor's got in the way now. That sucks. Sorry to hear. Thank you, Boomer Bass Meme. Thank you, Bleeding Red Beats. Be cool, everybody. And there you go. Yes, don't forget. Actually, I almost forgot, but I won't forget this week, Thomas. Right now, Thomas Christ has his show You Rock. He's moved it to a new time, which is straight after this show. Or a little after this show. So go over and check out Thomas Christ, You Rock. He's got the link right there in the chat, or just search Thomas Christ in your YouTube engine. Thank you, Bear. Thank you, Dr. Zorders. Thank you, Christopher Rossi. Thank you, Tristan Green, Kim Harden Hudson, Boober Base Meme. ×2. Thomas Christ, Vid Johns, Christopher Rossi, Mary, Sarah Music. Dwight Bailey. See you later. Goodbye, Joe Glenn. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you all for being here. As we say at the end of every show, be kind to yourself this week, folks. Be kind to others. Keep creating, and hopefully I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll catch you right there at Thomas Christ for You Rock, where he'll be playing some cool tunes, and then I will catch you tomorrow for episode 100 of Garage Band Weekly. In fact, let's go out in style with the theme music for Garage Band Weekly, because this is my buddy Kronk Song, who creates all of the theme music for the channel, and he does this awesome theme music. So if you don't watch Garage Band Weekly, you might want to come along just to hear this cool theme song. All right, I'm going to head off now, folks. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time. All right.
Garage Band Weekly, Garage Band Weekly, Garage Band Weekly. Ooh, need an answer to